Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Quantum Transformation Show. My name is Neil, and we're introducing Lori to our next installment in the series here. And Lori is ready for what's next for her, and she doesn't know what's next, and she's open and willing and ready to open up that conversation. And just in terms of a little bit about Lori, Lori is open to removing the blocks and taking her through the variety of tools that we have to find out what's next for her in her transformation journey. And why not hear from Lori directly? And so let's hear from Lori.
I'm a farmer at the moment. I've done many things in my life. I'm also an activist for water conservation and use in my area. And I would say that I've been on the spiritual path my entire life. From the time I was little, like 5, 6 years old, I had knowing that life and this incarnation was bigger than what was presented to me. I pretty much have lived not making that spiritual aspect of my life the priority until recently. And recently I have made that my number one priority. I'm working with Jules and the BioQuantum community, and I have found great value in what has been presented to me and how I can utilize these tools. And I feel that I'm coming to know myself in a new way, in a more authentic and real way, and that all of these things are possible. So ultimately, I feel like I'm part of something bigger, and that what is happening on this planet and in our world is so exciting to me. The biggest thing that I've noticed is how time has been altered, and I'm experiencing many deja vu. I feel like I'm living a deja vu, and my understanding is that consciousness is the last to catch up to everything else that's happening. So I'm just doing my best to stay present and neutral. So I'm exploring that. But I feel like the biggest area which may be revealed is the deeper knowing, or maybe the integration of that multidimensional aspect coming into where I am within my daily life now. I guess ultimately I don't really know who I could become, but I know there's great potential there, and I feel so much energy and momentum to integrate those parts of myself and to clear out the any distortions that are in the way. And I feel that that has been happening, but maybe as a result of the transformation show, I will be given the opportunity to become more of a clear channel of my essence, my frequency, and allow it to be of service to others ultimately.
Wow, that is so exciting to hear where she is in her life and all the good things she has going on. So, I'm Katie. I'll be working with her on one part of a bioquantum session, specifically DQ and Ohm Code's Divine Blueprint. And Lori is in such an exciting place to kind of tease into the patterns where she may be holding herself back through programming, through limitations from the world around us. And she's ready to step into that next, that divine guidance of what her life purpose could be. I love that Lori is able to share with us that she's connected to her purpose, but she needs some guidance on how to step into that directly. So I feel really confident these tools will be able to help give her that transmission, that experience of what that frequency will feel like, so she can begin to hold her consciousness in that frequency. And then Rebecca, you'll take over from there.
Yes, I'm going to be working with, I'm Rebecca. I'm going to be working with Lori on a DMT ascension map. And, Lori is such, I mean, you can feel from that video, she's got so much purity. She's just got this beautiful, wonderful energy. I got to connect with Lori in person at the Austin retreat, and she is so connected to the land, to animals, and she's so determined to make a difference here in whatever way she possibly can. So, Katie, just as you said, it's like she's so connected to her purpose, but she's also looking for clarity on exactly how that's going to come through and what that's going to look like in this next phase of her life as she moves from being kind of tied to a farm to moving on to whatever the next chapter holds. So what's so awesome about the DMT Ascension map is it gives you that clarity. It gives you that clarity both in terms of what am I holding right now? What's working against me? What are my superpowers? What am I here to learn? And what am I here to step into? It literally shows you all of those things. It's based on your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, and the level of personal information that's encoded in the DMT Ascension map is mind blowing. Since I was given mine and started working with it, it has changed my life. So we'll learn what Lori's specific technology is, what she's here to accomplish in this lifetime, what she's here to overcome in this lifetime. And I have a feeling it's going to give her a lot of that clarity that she's asking for around what's next for her and how to really connect to her purpose in a way that feels just fulfilling and like, that whole essence of who she is and who she's meant to be is coming online. So I cannot wait to do the DMT Ascension map with her.
Excellent. And I'll be super excited to work with Lori once Lori has the clarity of what's next for her. And I'll take that through the transmissions with Astral Luma so that we can help that move forward with her future. And I also had the chance to meet Lori at a retreat. And I also realize and can see how connected she is to living her divine purpose, and so excited to be part of that journey for her.
Amazing. And so once Lori kind of goes through the transformation, I will be working with her and giving her some tools, both through a product and just some of our ascension tools to help her master the particles that have shifted, the way that her mind has shifted, the way her consciousness is expanding, and how to stabilize in these new frequencies after the transformation has really set forth. Because, this is only the beginning. What happens after all of the sessions is where the magic really starts to happen, and having tools to support that transformation and continue the transformation, because transformation is something that does continue. So after I work with Lori, we will also just do a recap and come back and connect with her to see how she's doing after walking through the transformation and living it in her life for just a short bit, so that we can check in to see where she is. But as you start this transformation, as you get to walk the transformation with Lori, the invitation is to bring your own intention and see the transformation within yourself. Reflection is one of the most powerful ascension tools that there is. And this is our passion in showing you a little bit about what BioQuantum is, what the BioQuantum sessions are. And so whether it's a DQ, an ohm codes, a DMT, or it is a transmission through an Astral Luma channeling, they all are working with the DNA to activate your highest potential, because each and every one of us has the ability to live as a divine self, to live a divine path. And we call it the divine treasure hunt. And this is the beginning of your treasure hunt. So we hope that you'll jump on board and take this transformation with us. So thank you, everybody. And we will transfer it to the next episode with Katie as she works with Lori. So we'll see you there.